What if the dark rites and rituals and the ancient offerings of child sacrifice were actually being practiced right now all across America by people who don't even know they're taking part in it? This is Jonathan Cahn. The Return of the Gods is the latest book I've written. It reveals everything that's happening right now. Why and what's behind it? That the ancient principalities, the gods of ancient times, have actually returned to the world and to America. And I speak of the Dark Trinity, the three ancient gods that are touching America and the world right now. And the first one's called the Possessor, the second is called the Enchantress, and the third, the Destroyer. Ancient Israel, when it turned away from God, these principalities came in. And what Israel ended up doing when they turned from God was offering up their own children as sacrifices. So as America turned away from God, noticeably beginning in the early 60s, we see each of these principalities coming in and changing the culture. Like clockwork, as the Bible gave it. First, Baal, the turning. Second, Ashtoreth, the goddess, the enchantress, who starts actually in the realm of sexuality, the sexual revolution. But then must come the third, who is the destroyer, Molech. And so as the 60s come to an end, America now turns to the most pagan of acts, the offering up of its own children. As Israel turned away from God to Molech, so America turned to the same and offering up its own children as in abortion, on demand. But it wasn't only the overall, actually the details. I looked at the details of the child sacrifices of ancient times, the rites and rituals. And with them, you see each one has a parallel in what's happening right now in America and the West. First, why did parents even offer up their children? Why? Because they believed that by doing so, the God would give them favor, would give them reward, particularly financial prosperity or the prosperity of their fields, fertility, prosperity. So, what are women told today of why they should have an abortion? Because they believe that they're told that if you do this, if you have the child's going to hinder your success, your career, your ability to prosper. And so you'll make more money, your career will be blessed. If you simply put away the child, you kill the child. Have stars, Hollywood stars, speaking about how they were blessed because they basically killed their child, their baby. Why else was there ancient child sacrifice? Well, they believed that it was to the benefit of all. In other words, if there was a crisis or a famine or a military defeat, they would offer up children because they believed it would benefit the entire culture, the entire nation, the people. The gods would smile on them. Well, also, that's also happening in modern abortion. That the idea is they are told that, well, abortion will benefit all of our culture. It will, because from abortion we have parts, we have baby parts, we have cells that we will live off of, that will help us, it's basically it's become a vampire culture, living off of the babies we have killed. What else? In the book I reveal how in the ancient times it was the poor and the children of the poor who were offered up more than any other children. And in fact, there's records of that the poor were even paid to have their child taken and offered up to the god. Well, even today, who is it, which babies are offered up more than any other? The children of the poor. The children of the poor. That's why there are so many clinics of abortion in poor neighborhoods, in cities. That's why. And so Molech is a murderer of the poor, and that often means he's a racist. What else? Why else? They believed it was a sacrament, that killing the baby was a sacrament of holiness to the God. Well, it's amazing. I put it in The Return of the Gods, actual quotes from radical abortionists and radical feminists saying that abortion is actually a holy act. To kill the child is a sacrament. One says it's not immoral, it's just a different morality. It's a pagan morality. It's a sacrifice. It's a holy act. How can you even speak of such things in the same breath? What happened to Israel when it did this? Because the ancient sacrifice of children was to them a holy act. What happened to Israel? Israel was destroyed because of it. What will happen to America? This is just a taste of the mystery that is revealed in my latest book, The Return of the Gods, revealed in full. And this is what is everything that's happening, to reveal why it's happening, what's touching your life, what's touching people in your life, where it's going, what's the future, and how to prevail. The Return of the Gods is everywhere. Wherever there are books, you can get The Return of the Gods for you or for the people in your life who need to hear. Now we're going to go in the next message into another realm that's going to explain everything that's happening now as we open up the mystery of the Transformer. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. This is Jonathan Cahn. I'll see you next time with the mystery of the Transformer. So the enchantress, the seductress, the goddess of the sexual revolution, was also the principality of bending gender, blurring sexuality, confusing it.